Finally, I have decided to make another video, but the problem is I don't know what to make. So I tried to remember every game I ever played and finally decided to remake one of the most famous games, Super Contra in 3D. I started off by creating the controls for the player. On making a 2D game in 3D, it was completely up to me to decide how the player should control the character. With that said, I decided to restrict the player from moving the character sideways and also to make it harder. However, player can move forward, backward, jump and shoot at enemies with the mouse. So with all the basic controls done, I had to replace the capsule with the good looking character. I tried importing as much characters as I could until I found something that really fit in. I also got some animations and after a few hours of work, I got my player completely ready. Before creating the environment to have a basic shape of the real game, I created the base using some reference images. Then I thought it would be easy placing some random buildings around the map. And so I began placing some buildings and placed some more buildings and a few more buildings with the hope that the end is not too far. And just a few more buildings to go. I have somehow done it. If I were to create both sides of the map manually, it would take me another year, but I don't want that to happen, so the easiest way would be now it's time for enemies. I created all the enemies with the ones in the real game in mind, which means I have a running enemy, shooting enemy, another shooting enemy, tanker, and a baseball player throwing Molotov for no reason. I placed them all over the map. Later in the process, I also replaced the bullets they use with better ones. I also added a muzzle flash when the players shoot and a trail that traced the bullet path. I made some power-ups too, which are cool. The power-up with the alphabet L will give you an extra life if the player doesn't have max life already. And E will enable electric attack, which deals more damage than usual. And for people like me who are bad at aiming, the power-up S might be useful where the player shoots in 3 directions. The power-ups come in the form of a ball flying over the map. At first I thought it would be cool to just spawn them at a certain interval of time, until when I realized, what if someone stops by in the middle of the game to regain all the energy? So I changed the power-ups to spawn only a certain amount of time and only when the player reaches a certain distance, and that was fab. The final thing I need is the boss fight. But unlike the real game, along with the helicopter, I also have a real boss here, who is big, terrifying, and cool. I changed his size, gave him a rocket launcher, and now he's the most dangerous. While he shoots at the player, the helicopter keeps moving around, and random enemies are spawned around too. With the game almost complete, I made a build and sent it out to others, asking them to try out the game. Even though the feedbacks are not too bad, they didn't seem to realize that this is the actual Contra made in 3D. So I have decided to use the last piece of weapon I have to prove that it is Contra. I added a cutscene. I imported Cine Machine, moved around some cameras, created some animations, and it was done. I have also added a cutscene for the boss because why not? At the end, I added all the UIs that I needed, added some settings, made some changes here and there, and just like that, a new game was born. For some reason, if you want to try out the game, the download link is in the description. It may not be the most optimized version because I just wanted to make this video as fast as I can. However, if you want an optimized version of the game, you can check back the same link in a couple of days. I will also leave a message in my Discord when I upload a new version. So that's it for this video. If you like the video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. That would help me a lot, and I'll see you soon.